Donnie directed me to sit in the driver's seat and start the engine. I was relieved to sit, and I crossed my legs as tight as a large lady can. Step on the clutch, shift the stick, and floor the gas, directed Donnie. Oh my God, I yelled as the car shot forward out of the hole, up the hill, heading straight for the shack. Take your foot off, hollered Donnie. Break it! What? I yelled as the outhouse loomed in front of me. And that's when I saw it. The birds, the bones, the body. Spread eagle on top of the outhouse was a skeletal body covered with feeding crows. At the sound of my shriek, they momentarily looked up, then resumed feeding on the corpse. In my horror, my feet went limp and the car rolled back toward the mud hole. The brake! The brake! Yelled Donnie, running toward me, gesticulating. The pedal next to the gas! What the hell is that? I gasped, stamping on the brake. Is that Grandpa Sherman on the roof of the outhouse? Is he dead? What the hell is going on here, Donnie? Don't move, said Donnie softly. And carefully, he opened the driver's side door. I'm just going to... And he leaned his whole body over my lap and pulled up the brake. Yup, that's Grandpa. He died about a month ago. Are you going to tell on me? Why is he on top of the outhouse? It's where he slept, said Donnie. Are you going to tell? A crow took flight with what looked like Grandpa Sherman's shoelace dangling from its beak. Are you going to tell on me? Repeated Donnie. All my life, I'd lied, condemned, or run away when things were too hard. From home to school to New York City and my non-existent theatrical career. Donnie was a beautiful, albeit confused and desperate boy who'd done a very bad thing. But not that much worse than what I'd done when I'd left my mother passed out in her studio. Now he needed my protection to survive. No, I answered. I will not tell. Now, how about you teach me to drive? Release the clutch, yelled Donnie. We were on our second lap around the circular dirt track behind the shack, and Donnie had his head in his hands like my mother with a migraine. Let it up! You're stripping the gears, he begged. I had no idea what he was talking about, but the rasping, rattling noise from the floor made me pull both feet off both pedals, and the car stalled. Silence. Donnie chewed the side of his mouth and looked out the passenger side window and stared straight ahead. Why did he sleep on the roof? I finally asked. Donnie shrugged. Something about the stars. This is from my novel, The Last Will and Testament of Zelda McFigg, about Zelda and her lifetime of indiscretions.